It's Halloween weekend, and you figure we go with some cliche, spooky Halloween cold open type deal, but we're not going to do that tonight on Comic Book Canon! That's right. Just didn't have time to prepare. Just didn't know what to say. Hope you all have a safe and happy Halloween, but we'll also tell you that at the end of the show, because this is the beginning of the show. And we're just going to get started. We're just going to get right into it. I want to bring in my good friend, partner in crime, and co-host, Christopher. What's up? Oh, there we go. You are ready. I wasn't prepared. It's on me.
There's no Christopher here. Only Kylo Ren.
Right. Well, listen, I do need Chris back.
I said Kylo Ren! God dang it! What do I need to break and kick to get my point across?
Can you please start breaking stuff? Just like Kylo?
No!
Anyways, what's up? You're back.
Sorry, it's me. I just did my best Ben Solo throwing a temper tantrum impression. I do got the orange going on, though.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. That's actually, I do too. You can't, you know what? I did prepare for Halloween. I got the orange LEDs up, so everybody back off. It's going to be kind of a lax show in a way. We don't have a guest. There we go. You look way better. We don't have a guest tonight. It's just going to be Chris. Usually we do this at the end of the month. It's Chris and I, kind of it's our date night kind of a situation. So we're just going to have a chill, relaxed night. We're just going to ease into things. We have a Fresh from the Comic Shop winner tonight. What are they going to win, Chris? Y'all probably know who won.
Winner, chicken dinner. I'm just kidding. I do have it here.
There we go.
9.8 CBCS, Something is Killing the Children, #1, foil variant.
Yeah, man. Guys, it's going to be a great show. Let's just get into it because we have some interesting, I wouldn't say news, but kind of some insight, Chris, that you're gonna take this. Let's go for it.
Yeah, a lot of fun things to talk about today. But we're going to jump off with some Spidey news. Feige! Darn it, Feige! It's all your fault! I don't know how many people are complaining about this. I'm happy. Feige held a secret meeting to stop Sony from producing Amazing Spider-Man 3. Who is mad at Feige for this? Not me. I mean, just hold on to your pitchfork, folks. If you want to blame Feige, go ahead and blame him. In a recent book titled The Story of Marvel Studios, The Making of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that features interviews from behind the scenes from cast members and executives, the head of Voltron himself dropped a bombshell. Now, here's what we know. The book reveals that before Feige sat down with Sony head Amy Pascal to discuss plans for the Amazing Spider-Man 3 film, he and other Marvel executives had a secret meeting to discuss how to persuade Sony to do a complete reboot that would play out in the MCU. Wow. What the hell was he thinking, right? Here's an excerpt from the book, guys. Quote, "With no time to spare, Feige announced an all-hands-on-deck situation. Every executive producer at Marvel Studios had to be part of a secret 2-day-long off-site retreat held in a rented hotel space in Santa Monica. No one else at Marvel Studios was told about what they were doing, just that it was a get-together. In that closed room, 2 questions were posed. If there were an opportunity to broker some kind of deal with Sony, how would it work? And if they leveraged something like a 5-picture deal, what stories would they tell?" So here's how it went, folks. This is how it went. Feige, behind closed doors, goes into the room with Amy, right? He pulls out the greenest herb ever, right? And he starts splitting the blood, and he's rolling it fat, and he sparks it up and starts passing it off to Amy. And soon enough, after they just, blue clouds of herb, she couldn't pass it up. I'm just kidding. Maybe there was
That's fantastic, honestly. Because whatever he gave her, it worked, and thank God. Because honestly, who here thought that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a good movie? Because if you thought that was a good movie, I would like to kick you out somehow, even though I probably don't have those rights unless you're on the show. But
I'd like to say something.
I'm not done. I was pissed. It was awful. It was, honestly, I was offended at how bad that movie was. Kevin Feige probably felt the same way. Hey, let's figure out some way we can come to an agreement, get Spider-Man in the MCU, have us take care of the creative. We know our characters better than anybody, and we all share in the profits. And then he gave her that fat blunt you were talking about. Go ahead. What do you got, Chris?
Maybe he gave her truth serum.
Okay, yeah, I don't care.
She figured it out, you know, it was bad. And I'm not hating on, and I actually thought they did a decent job with the first Amazing Spider-Man. You know, you just had the trilogy with Tobey Maguire. They had to think of trying to do something fresh. And I'm not mad at Andrew Garfield at all.
No, he's good. He's very good.
Yeah, and I thought Emma Stone was like just the excellent casting. But yeah, it's just, you know, there was hope and promise there, and 2 just was a hot mess. I believe Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a hotter mess than Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I agree. It was garbage. It was absolute garbage. House of L Comics did admit to the fact that he liked Amazing Spider-Man 2. You are kicked off the show. Just kidding. He says this is old news, but how about this? We got this is some fresh news right here. Spider-Man related. Again, thank God, Feige, you just did what you did. But look at this, guys. We have this new image from No Way Home. It's a nice look at Doc Ock, just kind of tangling our favorite hero up here with his tentacles. And it also says at the bottom, if you can't read that, it says that this movie is nothing less than Spider-Man Endgame. Let's credit Empire Magazine. I do believe this magazine came out today. So a lot of juicy, great-looking images from that magazine. So Chris, yeah, I'm again. I like hearing these inside stories. I like hearing how things get done. I like hearing like things like this with sports teams and trades and signings and things like that. But also in the entertainment world, and knowing that Feige was like all hands on deck. Let's get Spider-Man in the fold here. Let's do something. Let's stop Sony from, like, I don't know what they were going to build off of that absolute piece of shit. But thank God Feige did what he did. We are in a much better place for it.
He pulled some Black Ops stuff there, man.
He absolutely did. And I hope he's got more things that he's going to pull out as well to bring all of that Spider-Man stuff back into the MCU. We shall see. We shall see. All right, moving on, though. We got some DC news. That is right. Brendan Fraser is cast in the new Spider-Girl movie. Or Spider-Girl. Jesus.
I see where your head's at.
You see where my head's at. Batgirl! Batgirl! THR reports that Fraser will be playing Firefly, according to their sources. J.K. Simmons returns as Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon's father. Batgirl stars Leslie Grace as a superhero with Bad Boys for Life filmmakers Adil El Arbi and Bilali Fallah, directing from a script by Birds of Prey screenwriter Christian Hodson, and will premiere sometime on HBO Max in 2022. Interesting casting. I like Brendan Fraser's kind of like making a comeback. He's doing some good things. He has been in that Doom Patrol series. I've seen 3 or 4 episodes. Entertaining. It hasn't held my attention. But him playing Firefly, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Now people are kind of like guessing that he'll be like an older version of Firefly, and then there will be a female antagonist going up against Batgirl, but we shall see. We shall see indeed. Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed what he's done. He's always been an entertaining actor, from Encino Man to The Mummy. Encino Man, that's right. Yeah, he was just in a film. I forget the name of it, but he had a smaller role in a film. What was it? It was kind of like a mob movie. It was about the automobile companies, when they were like, it was like trade secrets, and they didn't want to get, like, Oldsmobile didn't want to release, and they had like ties to the mob of letting secrets out and all this stuff. And so that was an interesting film that he was in that I thought was very good. I also heard that like he had gained a ton of weight.
Mm-hmm. An Aronofsky film, yeah.
Like, man, when actors do stuff like that, it's absolutely crazy. So I'm just wondering what he's going to look like for this role. Is he going to be like back looking like he was, for The Mummy, nice, like in shape? Obviously he's older, but
yeah, it's going to be interesting. Again, I like the casting. I like branching out. new people coming in, in terms of like DC. Again, let's hope, DC is just producing good films. Warner Bros. I'm sorry. They're producing good films. It's just super important. They are on thin ice. We talk about this all the time. They really got to get things right. I think obviously Batman is setting the tone. That looks fantastic. Not in the DCEU. We shall see with the Flash. That's definitely interesting, the elements that they have within that film. But it's going to be an interesting time with DC and their offerings on the big screen. Now we're going to head to the small screen real quick. We got a great new look at Hawkeye. That is right. The show that will be premiering November 24th. That's right around the corner, people. We got a sweet poster with Haley and Pizza Dog. I'm sorry, Kate Bishop and Pizza Dog. And guys, I love this for many reasons. Y'all have seen the trailers. They're setting the tone. It's a whimsical Christmas story. We haven't had a real Iron Man 3, I think, is a Christmas story. But not only that, this is an homage to an excellent Hawkeye run by Matt Fraction and David Aja. And you can see right here, look at that. I mean, like right there, it's fantastic. So we should all be very excited about this this Hawkeye series coming out. I expect good things from it. Again, premiering with 2 episodes on November the 24th. Yep. All right, but before we get into the next little segment we got going on here, Chris, we got to say hello to our peeps. We really do. House of L Comics. DC hasn't made a bad movie yet, unlike Marvel. That may be an unpopular opinion, but you are entitled to your opinion. Super Red Comics is ready. Jay Ward, thanks for checking in. He's watching baseball. I hate both teams. Astros are cheaters, and the Braves are they just annoy the piss out of me because they're a rival to the Phillies. We got watches in April. Wait, they've combined into one. Oh, they've combined into one. I love it. Hood Rat Comics. What's up? We got Dan De La Torre, Serge Henderson. Who else do we got? We got a lot of Sean Ryan. He wasn't a fan of either of the Amazing Spider-Man films. Comic Toby, Louis Logix. Great. This is a great crew we got tonight. The Comic Criminal. You know what? Thank you for the props. I truly appreciated it. It's not done yet. Still tweaking some things. Forgot to turn on this light. Maybe I'll feature a book here and there, right there each week. I don't know. Playing with some things, guys. I'm playing with some things. But anyways, wait, Tommy took over now. He's got his own handle. Anyways, Chris, we're just going to get right into it. We don't have a guest. We don't have an interview. We're just going to get right into this segment because we got something to announce with this segment. What segment is this, Chris?
Fresh from the comic shop.
Fly from the pressing salon. Guys, we do not need to have this Hawkeye lower third up there. Not needed at all. Fly from the pressing salon. That is right. Fresh from the comic shop. This is where we ask all of you fine people to send in your new fresh cats each and every week. And share them with us on Instagram. We'll put them up on the show. And not only that, you can win some fantastic slabs. Like this month's slab that we're about to announce the winner. It's super simple. We'll get into the details on how soon. But before we do, let's just get into it, Chris. Who is going to win this? Something is Killing the Children. CBCS 9.8. Foil edition local comic book shop day. Who is it going to be, Chris? Who is it going to be? Well, the votes are in. All you fine people voted. And we do have a winner. Super Crispy Comics with the is it Snatchy and Foo? I can't remember what the title is. But Squatchy and Foo. I'm sorry. Squatchy and Foo #1. Congratulations, Super Crispy. Hit us up in the comment or in the DM us with your address. We will get that to you as soon as possible. C to the G. We will be getting you your slab. You've hit us up. We appreciate your patience. Chris is absolutely slammed with life, work. He just had a raffle on journals, so we will get that to you. We promise. It's guys. It's documented. We said it last week. It's this week. Y'all are witnesses. If we don't, shame on us. Am I right, Chris?
Yeah. And just again to add context, I had winners from 4 months ago just ship out like 2 weeks ago. So I've been on complete backlog. I did just do my raffle. Congrats to some of the winners that are in the chat tonight. I am hoping to I'm going to start getting all my packages together this weekend because I have to. And then it's just a matter of getting to the post office either next week or that week after the latest. But we promise you guys, we're not telling you we're giving stuff away and not doing it.
Nah, we don't play that game. We do not play that game. By the way, Planet Arizona Comics, hello. What's going on, Chris and Jeff? Happy Friday to chat. Hope everyone is well. We hope you're not driving and watching us at the same time. You usually do that. That's not safe. All right, here we go. Chris, let's just get right into it. I have to burp. By the way, Nerds Being Geeks is in, and he wants to know what I'm drinking right there. Okay? In the Guinness. Yep. I am prepared. Let's just do this, everybody. Let's just get right into Fresh from the Comic Shop, starting off with Philly, born and bred. I don't know if he was born or bred there. I don't know, but he is in Philly. 360 Comics. That is. Oh no! Hold on, Chris. Hold on. It's sweet, but I'm messing up left and right today because we got to get into how.
Oh yeah.
How you enter Fresh from the Comic Shop, courtesy of Whatnot. That's right, Whatnot provided that fine slab right there. So let's just get into that real quick. First, we're going to tell you what Whatnot is. That's right. Whatnot combines the safe buying platform of eBay with a video component of Twitch. Their mission is to bring together collectors and enthusiasts to safely buy, sell, and connect. Now, you must be signed up to Whatnot. The link is below. And with that sign up, you'll get $3 off your first purchase. You must follow Comic Book Canon on Whatnot. Post a pic of your fresh get on Instagram. Tag us at Comic Book Canon. But most important, please use the hashtag FFTCS, Fresh from the Comic Shop. And we'll see it, guys. We'll put it up. You guys could put multiple submissions in, but we will only be putting up one of them. There you have it. That's how you do it. But one last thing to say, too, Chris.
Yep.
The criteria of what we're looking for with these submissions to move on to the finals and eventually the finals. We need presentation. We need a well-composed shot. Something that you just took time to set up, light, and just execute on. Something that's beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. We need a unique book. We don't need, actually. Time out. Ideally, send us a unique book. If you have a unique book, that definitely helps. But you know what really is great to hear is the story, what these books mean to you, what it means to you, any story behind it. We've heard some great, fantastic stories, and that goes a long way. So let's get right into it right now, Chris. We are going to start off with, y'all know who it is because I already brought it up. That's right, Philly born and bred, 360 Comics. Whenever I was old enough to know not to chew on my toys, my parents bought me my first action figure, the Silver Surfer. After selling off all the books I had from his first solo run years ago, I decided it was finally time to get back and get them back into the personal collection, starting with this copy of the only affordable early issue, number 2. Here it is pictured with that original figure that I've owned for almost 30 years and a Silver Surfer hero card from the Marvel Overpower card game, another staple of my 90s childhood. Norrin Rad forever. I love the picture, Chris. I love the cards, and I love the fact that this is the original toy he had in his collection. Really, really great. That is
all
a great
of it.
submission.
This is it's a good presentation. It's a good setup. Great story behind it. And man, Silver Surfer. That's a run that I wish. For some reason, I liked Silver Surfer as a kid, but maybe just because it was such an old run, I didn't go after the Volume 1 run so much. I really regret not doing so later on in life.
Well, you still got plenty of life left, so just get into it. Just make it happen. Make it happen like 360 Comics did. Just make it happen. By the way, thumbs up on video, only 7 right now. Hey, we do like thumbs up, and we do like, Zach, that you're reminding people to give us a thumbs up. Sure, why not? Thank you. All right, moving on. We got Comic Toby 420. He's not fishing this week. That's right. He went to the comic store and purchased Symbiote Spider-Man Crossroads number 4 for $4 plus tax. I wonder what state you're in because that could vary depending on what state you're in. Delaware has no sales tax. Looks like Peter becomes an Eternal in this one. That's a sweet cover. Really like that cover. Good stuff. Comic Toby 420. Here we go. I'm just Mark Leneker. He's bringing the heat. He's got a Halloween theme. Let's just bring it up, shall we? Again, Vampirella, number 15, 1972, featuring a cover by one of the great vampire illustrators, Manuel San Julian. This issue also has the first appearance in Vampirella of Count Dracula. This was kindly sent halfway around the world from Perth, Australia to New York City, presumably by a bat. I doubt, Mark, don't want to burst your bubble, but I doubt a bat delivered that. Could be, though. Could very well be.
That cover is absolutely amazing.
I mean, come on, like, right? It's this weekend. That's what it is. It's like it epitomizes this weekend.
Right.
Here we go. Into Oblivion. Guys, congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Grail obtained Incredible Hulk 181. First full appearance. Second overall appearance of James Logan Howlett, a.k.a. the Wolverine. Congratulations, sir. You do such a great job submitting all these amazing books, but this is the one. Look at your face. You are stoked. That was a video, by the way. I just did a screen grab of that video. He's very happy. Y'all have to hear him talking about that. Congratulations again, Into Oblivion. Very happy for you. Next up, we got Nukes Comics. I picked up this copy of Hawkeye #1 in an awesome Dallas Comics Instagram follower giveaway. Such a great story and amazing artwork. Have to agree, guys. Look for this book. It's only going to get hotter, especially after the series. Kate Bishop is here to stay in the MCU. Chris, do you have any follow-up to that?
I agree. And just because of the cover, I love yellow covers.
Mm-hmm.
Has a very classic feel to it. And I love circles with things popping out of them, which that cover has. So
absolutely. You know, Comics Man Andy loves foil.
Oh, yeah.
Loves him. I just figured I'd say that just to add on there. All right, next up, we got Raw Dog Comics. I do believe he's from St. Louis. Wonder Woman 80th anniversary homage to Wonder Woman 72 by Rose Besh. This is my very, very fresh get this week. I told you guys I love her style. Happy Friday on Fresh from the Comic Shop. I like that style too. I can understand why people are put off by it, and it's not for everybody, but I'm definitely into that. All right, Chris.
Yep.
Your fresh get of the week. Your first fresh get. What do you got?
All right. Well, this isn't anything too crazy, but I want to show it off because I just thought it was cool. I've been subscribed to Comic Tom's Mystery Mail Call, which if you guys are interested in hearing about that and my honest opinions, I've done a couple videos, open them. I'm not big on mystery boxes. I think there's definitely something there with Comic Tom, but it's often exclusives, and I'm not too big on exclusives, but you always get a couple of fillers, and they're never really much of anything of value. They're just fillers. But because of who I am and how I collect, I got this filler, and if you watch the video of me getting it, I got excited because this is right up my alley about what I love about comics, especially coming from this era. It's Superboy number 189.
Ooh.
In a nice condition, though. That's one good thing, too, about the fillers and Comic Tom's mystery boxes. They're usually in higher grades, for sure. Nice 20 center, and I just absolutely love DC and Marvel 20-cent books. I love the layouts. I love how there's the 1/3, like a border with the trade dress, and then the 2/3 cover image. Just really cool. Like I said, not anything that's like a $5 book, but and look at this cover though. Kind of creepy for Halloween, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, something spooky's going on there with some dude hanging in the shadows.
Yeah, Mark Lineker said it appropriate for Halloween with his dad hanging. We don't know what that is. Listen, man, you've been very interesting run here. I've been noticing your Silver Age DC gets, your fresh gets. That's good, man, because you were, again, I guess I mentioned this last week, heavy into Strange Tales, or Tales to Astonish, or Thor's, or what have you. So I like the trajectory. I like where you're going with all of these right here. That's good stuff. Good stuff indeed. All right, moving on. We got Super Rad Comics. Right here, we got today, my last customer of the day tipped me a crisp $20 bill. So I decided to stop at my local comic shop on the way home to turn it into comic books. I shit you not. I spent all weekend in Whatnot auctions trying to score a copy of Amazing Spider-Man 258, and it was still sitting behind the counter at my local comic shop the whole time. Nice. Super stoked right now. That is a great story, and I love that cover. I love the Halloween theme. Well-composed shot. And Chris, what are we talking about? Yep. That's a great story, too. That is a great story. Yeah. The fact that you've been looking for that book, and it was literally basically in your front yard the whole time. Happy to hear that. Happy indeed. Basement Brother Collectibles. I like this. This cover is just classic. Go ahead, Punk. Make my day. The Dirty Harry cover swipe for Daredevil 184. I guarantee you, when this book first came out on shelves, there's no such term as cover swipe. I'm glad we have a term like that because that's what this is, and it's such a great classic cover. Good stuff. Basement Brother Collectibles. Good friend of the show, House of L Comics, but he almost got kicked off today. That's not true. I think I got this a few days earlier. Thanks, Comics Elite. He got a bunch of good-looking DC books right there. House of L does like him some DC. No doubt about that. Next up, we got Son of Comics. And I don't know why I don't have anything for you right there. That is, oh, there we go. I'm sorry. American Vampire Omnibus, Scott Snyder, Stephen King. This is an amazing read. I'm happy to own this. And as you all know, it is Red Hulk certified. So you know Son of Comics believes in this book. Good stuff right there. Decor Collectibles, Spider-Man, and Red Sonja #3. Awesome Michael Turner covers. He had a whole bunch that he sent in, but this cover was just like awesome. Absolutely amazing. Good stuff there. Decor Collectibles. This book right here, everybody. This book. Got about a year to find this here because it's probably going to blow up even more. Sicilian Comics, Shazam #28, second appearance of Black Adam, published in April of 1977. That's crazy how it was the second appearance and this is published in 77.
Right.
Bought it at an auction for $135 and it's 6.5 to 7 with help from pressing. It's worth 3 times more for what I pay for. That's what we're talking about. We love hearing stories like this. Sicilian Comics, you getting a bargain, finding the book you want, and being able to press that and get it slapped potentially. Good stuff right there. Always good stuff from Vinny Whitlock right here. Mail call. It came. Green Lantern 7, CGC 2.5, the first appearance of Sinestro. Thank you, Silver Age Surfer, for getting me one of my top 5 villains ever. That is great to hear, Vinny Whitlock. You have a lot of amazing books, but it's good to know that this is one of your favorite villains. So really glad that you picked that up right there. I saw a question from Serge Henderson. Guys, I do this. I'm going to start doing this each and every week. But he's asking, maybe we'll run a contest each and every week. I don't know what we're going to give away. Serge Henderson, what are you watching in the background? What movie are you watching tonight? You guys have to guess. That's what I'm going to do each and every week. So y'all have to guess. I'll have to guess. All right, here we go. Moving on, though. Actually, you know what? It's my turn, Chris. It's my turn. My first fresh get of the week. Guys, again, it's been 2 months moving into this house, and as most of you know, moving is just chaotic. So I haven't had time to really just dive into comic books and organize my books. I've just been getting my books each and every week, not even being able to read them. So this week are the books I've got. I'm just showing off really amazing covers that I'm psyched to have. Black Widow #12. I mean, come on, Chris. Look at that cover.
Wow.
What's that?
That's cover A?
Yeah, man. Every cover of this series is every cover A of this series is absolutely outstanding. I'm super psyched to have this. Apparently there's a big villain reveal at the end. I'm probably 7 issues behind on the series, but I'm super psyched to have it. That is right. All right, Chris, moving on. Enough about me. It's about all of our fine friends in the audience right here. Who do we got next, Chris? You don't know.
I don't.
I'll tell you. Disney Family Collectibles got some fire slabs from 3D Comics. Usagi Yojimbo 20, Invincible #1, Web of Venom, Wraith #1, and Venomverse #1. Good stuff right there, Disney Family Collectibles. Those are some nice fresh gets this week. I'm wondering what's going to happen with that Usagi Yojimbo with the cartoon series coming out. The character that was introduced in there, it can't be a coincidence how close the name is tied into the character that will be. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Siri. But it's going to be interesting. So good stuff right there, Disney Family Collectibles. Love it. And this guy, Chris, he's a good friend. We love kicking him off the show every time he's on. Dan De La Torre. This is my smallest comic in my collection. It's actually a slab, Journey into Mystery 83. It comes with its own stand. To show how small it is, I'm using one of my common Journey into Mystery books as a size comparison. If you're wondering what lesser comic is a journey into Mystery 112. Pay it no mind. I don't know what that last sentence means, but where'd you get this? Like, seriously, I've never seen something like that. Have you seen something like this, Chris?
I have, but I can't remember where. I don't know if it was on Facebook, but
That's
I
awesome.
did. Yeah.
But
that journey book, though, with the Hulk is freaking awesome, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's showing off as usual.
Right,
It's good stuff, Dan De La Torre. All right, next up. Y'all know and love this couple. We love them, too. They're probably drinking Fireball in their backyard with all of their friends getting haircuts, because that's what they do on Friday night in Texas. Fort Knox, or I don't know where they are. That's what they specifically do. Not everybody in their neighborhood, I bet. Anyways, moving on. We got Tommy Boy Collection. Scored these 3 interactive coloring books, still in the plastic wrapper from the 90s. Comes with a lot of cool stuff. Need to break them out and do some coloring with the kids. Maybe after I send to CGC to get graded. That would be amazing. I would love to see what happens sending that to CGC after you color the books. Please do that. Please. All right. And his wife, April X Visions. The Defenders number 9. Look at this. It's Halloween themed, guys. It's awesome. The Defenders number 95. Enter Dracula. The 6-fingered hand tries to use Dracula to defeat the Defenders, but the Defenders and Dracula join forces to destroy Pushant and his vampire army. You guys are fantastic. Killing it as usual. All right, Chris. Your second fresh get of the week. What do you got?
All right. It's a fresh get. It's from a comic shop, but it's not a comic book.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, you've done this before.
Yep.
Do it. Go for it.
Pop. It's a pop.
Oh,
I got a Leonardo pop.
You're making your own rules here.
Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? I love turtles. You know, I'm not a big pop guy. Like, you guys might be able to see right up there. I don't know. Anyways, I have like, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pops maybe? And that's it. And I got a lot of Star Wars ones, got some Marvel ones, and I'm like, I don't have a turtle one. Like, what's my problem? I love turtles, and the turtle pops are like, I mean, what better type of toy for Ninja Turtles than a pop? So I had to get one.
All right.
Leo. Yeah.
Kicking him off the show. No, I'm just kidding. He's making his own rules, guys. Let us know what you think about that in the comments.
Fresh from the comic shop.
I saw somebody guess, Chris, what movie this is, which is surprising. Oh, no, that should give it away, what I just showed right there. All right. Moving on, Chris. Moving on. We got, what do we got next? Shadow Rat. He was a winner in, he won one prize in the raffle. He's
been winning prizes all over the place, this guy.
Yeah, good stuff. Congratulations, Shadow Rat. We got, I love this, by the way. Love this. It's not a comic, but it's pretty awesome. Stan Lee, A Life of Marvel, technically not from a local comic shop, but had to post it. We really appreciate you posting it, because honestly, without Stan Lee, I don't know what we would be talking about. We definitely wouldn't have a show here, right? No. Spider-Man, there probably would be no Spider-Man, and that's Chris and my favorite character. So again, Stan Lee, man, oh God, can't say enough about the guy. Really can't say enough. All right, maybe one day I'll run that piece that I did with him, the video that I did with him. All right, moving on. We got Union Josh Comics. So here's a book I found hanging around the local comic shop today. This is Marvel Tales 152, a reprint of the first appearance of the Green Goblin. I grew up watching the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and my favorite villain was always Green Goblin. There's something about the character that always stuck with me, and I'm hoping he makes an appearance in No Way Home. Well, I couldn't afford the original, so I'm more than happy to settle for the reprint. Fun fact, the cover is actually flipped from the original Amazing Spider-Man issue 14. I have a feeling, Chris, based off of that tease of that trailer, we're gonna see the Green Goblin. Yep. They're not gonna just throw that in a trailer and not have something behind that. Am I right?
Yep. All
right. Moving on. We got Caution Comics, Watlock. He literally wrote Watlock. We love the Watlock. It's only been in the top 10 for like 3 weeks. Paid $13. It's like a very fine. He says, who, me? No, him. I get it, because he used to be him. I get it. I totally get it. All right, moving on. Here we go. My second fresh get of the week. Again, guys, focusing on really good covers that I just got this week. And this Darth Vader series is awesome. Granted, I'm probably 6 issues behind, but God, look at this cover. Right?
Ooh, look at that.
I love this cover, and they got the War of the Bounty Hunters going on. So much going on in the Star Wars universe with comic books. Really exciting stuff. God, this cover, though. This cover is just, it blew me away when I saw it. All right, that's my second fresh get of the week. But here we go. Wait a minute. We have an appearance by... Hello? You know what? It's funny, Darth Vader. We just had your grandson on earlier. You got no sway on me, bud. Sorry. You just had your grandson earlier. He threw a tantrum and ran off the set. So just want to let you know.
He is a fool.
Yeah, he is a fool. So please make sure you punish him in some capacity. Thank you. All right, moving on. We got supercrispy.comics, Darth. This is the guy that won Fresh from the Comic Shop for the month of October. This week, Super Crispy Fresh Get for Comic Book Canon is this Spider-Man 46 from my homie, the Silverback Graphics. Another epic fight with the Demogoblin. Plus, in May of 94, the Spider-Man titles came with a 16-page book promoting the Spider-Man cartoon, 3 of the 94 Spider-Man Marvel cards, and a 6-color print from the animated series. I didn't know anything about this, guys. I had no idea. That is a lot of cool stuff. Coming in one book. That's a great pickup, though. Super Crispy, and congratulations on winning Fresh from the Comic Shop for the month of October. All right. We got another winner. Back-to-back winners. What were you saying, Chris?
I have that one, too, with the sheet.
Does it come inside the book? Do you have to rip it out? Is it polybagged?
I don't know where and how I got mine. I just have it. So I don't know if I got it as a kid or what, but mine's loose. So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I didn't know that about that book right there. I'm self-proclaimed Spider-Man fan. Shame on me. Moving on. C to the G, another former winner. Spooky season, closing out the month with a 1969 Warren magazine Vampirella #1. Man, you guys are crushing the Vampirellas this week. Absolutely, 100%. Former. We got actually not a former. He's an alumnus. He's a Comic Book Canon alumnus. Nerds being geeks. I like this one. I really like this one. Pacific Presents #1, written by Dave Stevens, cover art by Dave Stevens. Top half, this is what I love about it, guys. The bottom half was drawn by Steve Ditko. The first headlining Rocketeer story. I love the Golden Age vibe the Rocketeer gives off, not just in story, but in the art. The back cover rivals the front, too. As we learned recently, they are rebooting the Rocketeer. I like that movie. Was it not the early 90s? I thought that was an excellent movie. So I'm happy to see that. That's a great pickup right there. Next up, we got Kamikaze. Neighbor to the North. How dare I skip over? Wolverine #1. Limited series is the next best thing after Hulk 181. That's a fact, everybody. Which is way too expensive for this guy. Came in the mail this morning and is definitely certified fresh from the comic shop. I like how he uses that phrase. Certified fresh from the comic shop. That's fantastic. That's a good pickup there, Neighbor to the North. We're very happy for you because what you say is absolutely true. It's the next best thing, 100%. Moving on, we got Kamikaze. Like how he set the shot up, guys. Chris, do we say this every week? If you want to see what a well-composed shot looks like, Kamikaze, a.k.a. Quentin. This was the big pickup this past weekend at Fan Expo here in Toronto. Happy I scooped this up considering the news this week. It's been on my want list for a long time. And the guys at Hip Comic made it happen. Truthfully, this pales in comparison to the incredible time spent with part of the comic fan. This is great who he hung out with here. It's Newbie Comics, Comic Dude, Just Cruise 416. And yeah, that's a nice crew that you're hanging with. Awesome stuff, Quentin. And guys, I really like the touch in the background where you have the Sam Alexander Nova #1 as well. And you may notice that I have my Nova. Oh, no, my light went out, so you won't notice that. So anyways, all right, moving on. Chris, why don't we just get into your third fresh get of the week? Let's just do it.
All right. So, guys, I haven't really bought any comics Besides getting my mystery mail call, picking up my pop. But it's a recent get back from CGC. All right. So I'm going to use it. I had a 9.2 copy of this book come back from CGC. I sent it in myself. And I had another copy. And I said, I'm going to send it in again. And I want to get a 9.8. I need to get a 9.8. Now, I'm not going to get in the controversy of my other 9.8 that I got. That wasn't a 9.8. I do believe this one is a 9.8. And it got a 9.8. Well deserving so. Amazing Spider-Man number 4.
Yeah!
Yes. First appearance of Silk and a 9.8.
Good stuff, man. Yo, that book is only going to grow.
Yeah.
It's only going to grow, especially with whatever series they have planned. I find it weird that it's going to be on Amazon, but yeah, Olivia Wilde apparently worked. I mean, that's good stuff, man. I'm happy for you, man. Good work on that. Good work on that.
If it didn't get that 9.8, man, I would have been. If it would have got anything above a 9.2, I would have been happy, but oh man.
That's good stuff. 100%. By the way, where is it? Somebody asked if I'm watching Batman vs Superman. No, I am not watching Batman vs Superman. Y'all have to guess. Here, I'll give you another little hint. Okay. Moving on. All right. What do we got? We just did Neighbor to the North. We did Kamikaze. We got AZ Mailman. Hopefully he's still hanging in there and not driving his car because he's got a nice fresh get right here. My submission for this week's Fresh from the Comic Shop is Macross #1 from 1984. It is the first appearance of Robotech in comics. This is the first time this book has crossed my path in almost 40 years of collecting, and I did not leave it behind. That is awesome. I remember watching that cartoon. I absolutely loved that cartoon. I hope they do something with Robotech. That, fantastic. I do know they want to do maybe something with Voltron. Tobey Maguire was like really pushing for a Voltron film. So hopefully something does. That was a long time ago. Hopefully something comes with that as well. But man, Robotech, love it. Absolutely outstanding.
I still got some VHSs of some Robotech that I have.
Yeah, so good, so good. Moving on, we got Marvel Man 616 Comics, Guardians of the Galaxy #5, the first full appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe, covered by Scotty Young. This is a good one. This is a really good one. And guys, I really think there's a good chance she shows up in Thor: Love and Thunder. And she's got a unique story because she was first introduced in Spawn. She wasn't a Spawn property. It's a weird thing. I can't remember who created her and who had the rights to her, but it was sold to Marvel, and this is her first appearance in Marvel. I find that fascinating because you rarely hear present day companies like comic book companies purchasing character rights to have in their universe. You don't hear about that anymore. They're all licensed and things like it. So This is a recent thing that happened, and you rarely ever see that. I would love to know the story behind that, actually. It's probably out there, but that's a great pick up there, Marvel Man 616. I do believe he had another Angela cover a couple weeks ago. That was Scotty Young. All right, moving on. We got Nori Jordan. By the way, Nori Jordan loves Thunderbolts. Just throwing that out there. This week's submission had some fun things I picked up at a few different shops in my travels. I was able to pick up some new Daredevil, Black Widow, and the new Phoenix Song Echo series. I'm not a fan of variants, but I found a few actually that I liked. I also picked up some Thunderbolt back issues, which leaves me only 3 more, and now I have the full run of the first series. Have a great weekend, everybody. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing, and that's great to hear there, Nori Jordan. This one right here, guys. I like this. Because we all know, Chris, what is Cover Junkies? What is his run, his Grail run?
Mr. Doom himself.
Dr. Doom. He loves him some Dr. Doom. And guys, look what he got. Look at that. As he says, fresh from the comic shop with a personal Grail, Marvel Superhero presents Dr. Doom. This issue is Dr. Doom's first solo series, and my personal favorite early Doom cover appearance is going to make a quick appearance on Comic Book Canon live show on Friday. We don't have it in hand, by the way. But then it's off to get a clean and press and custom label from EGS Comic Shop to Tony Drometta. I'm really not sure how I feel, as this is my first grail, but I think I like it. Can't wait to share it with you when it's slabbed. Please send a picture when it's slabbed. I like the presentation, guys. I like the story. Again, another great example, Chris. Another great example. All right, good friend of the show, Hood Rat, a.k.a. Ian. Here are some fire fresh from the comic shops and gems and great additions to my 31 Days of Horror Comics collection. Picked up some pretty cool books for a pretty good deal over at the Comics Lounge today. I had to pick up some Jenny Frison Fuego, and the Comics Lounge threw in the 1 in 50. Good man. Glad to have a great local comic shop in my area. Thank you, the Comics Lounge. Also, that McFarlane print, everybody is just raving. The Philadelphia, everybody's raving about that one. They're loving it. All right, moving on. We got Carcom US. He was, I do believe, a semifinalist for. This looks very familiar, but it's different. This is awesome. Fantastic Four, Volume 6, Number 1, sketch variant, commissioned by art of Stephen A. Wilcox. Really nailed it. That is just super cool. Wizard of Oz.
Wow.
That's excellent. That is excellent, Carcom. Excellent. Loving that you're getting these commissions here. Excuse me. All right. Up next, we got good friend Serge, a.k.a. 080879 Lines. Hello, everybody out there in the comic community. These are my fresh gets. I hope everybody has a good Halloween. He does have a question about Midnight Suns in the poly bag. Should he take that to CGC? Asking what do we think? He says this is going to be part 1 of a comic, a fresh from the comic shop. And he put a spell on us. Now we are his, he says. Now you guys are mine. I don't think so. I don't feel any different. Do you, Chris?
I will say, though, if you send a polybag book into CGC, they will rip it out and throw away that polybag.
So then it comes, yeah.
The only, if you don't care about the polybag and you think it's a high grade and you want to get a high grade on a book, I wouldn't send it to them polybagged. I would take it out of the polybag yourself, because I'm sorry, I don't trust anybody, including a grading company, handling my books, ripping it out of a sealed polybag. So, but if you wanted to send it to them because you're like, oh, it's polybagged and it's special, don't do it. They'll rip it out. Keep it for yourself. Keep it in the polybag. Put it in a top loader or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I could go either way. Like, if you want to get it graded, it's coming out the poly bag, right? But if you like, I back at the, when they did the poly bags, I'd buy 2, obviously.
Yep.
One to read and one just to have as is. So mine are still in a poly bag with the back and board. I've never sent a poly bagged book to CGC, and I don't think I ever would. So it comes down to what you want to do, Serge. Let us know what you do, though. Let us know what you got going on there. All right. Finally, we got Comic Demon. Happy Halloween week.
Nice.
To all you comic freaks. Comic Demon here with a fresh find from Backbinning Adventures. He coined the phrase backbinning. I really like it, by the way. This is a sweet find. So here is Dracula's origin story and first appearance of the new Dracula, the superhero. The comic came from 1966 and was published by Dell with a 15-cent price on it. That's a cool book. I've never seen that before. I had no idea that Dracula was a superhero, but Comic Demon, that is awesome. All right, Chris, you and I have a decision to make for Fresh from the Comic Shop. But before we do, Chris, I'm going to let you think about it. I have 2 that stick out to me. Here we go. My third Fresh Get of the week. Again, this is issue 2 of this series. The first one caused a stir. Haven't read it yet, though, of course. But this is Gun Honey, number 2. Kind of a cool cover. That's a really nice looking cover.
Cat, is she by the window?
Yes, take it as you wish, as you will. I'm not sure what to make of it. I am kind of sure what to make of it. But anyways, that is my final Fresh Get of the week. Great submissions, Chris. Great submissions indeed. We have a decision to make. Now, do you want me to go with my first 2 that stick out, or do you want to go first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, you want me to?
Yep.
I'm going to go with one first. And it was right off the bat. It was to be honest, it was a great story, great book, and great composed shot. It's everything we asked for. It's 360 Comics, Chris.
Yep.
That stuck out to me big time. You go.
I agree. Same one.
All right, that's a pretty strong contender. And then my second contender. How many do you have? How many contenders do you have here? They're all contenders here, right?
Yeah.
How many that stick out to you as to being? We have to make it.
Maybe 3, but I don't know.
Okay. Give me your. Okay, so it's my. All right, so the next one I had, the second one I had, I only had 2, was Cover Junkie Comics.
Oh, okay.
So those are the 2 I had. Obviously, our first one overlaps, and that could be what pushes that one forward. But Chris, what is your second one?
Yeah. No, I like super rad, right? Because they're super crispy and super rad. They both do such great submissions, and I often get them confused.
Honestly, I should have. Yep, this is one that should be in my top 3, no doubt. It is. So we both agree on 2 out of 3.
Okay. And then my third was Carcom again with the sketch and just the Halloween theme, Wizard of Oz thing. That was so awesome.
It's really good. And if I can find it, I'm going to pull it up. There it is.
Yeah, just awesome.
So Chris, I feel like it's either between 360 and Super Rad. Super Rad crushes it, man. He's moved on quite a bit.
Yep. I'm with you there, man. We're both just.
All right, so we're gonna need something here. We're gonna need, that's a really tight race right there. I'm gonna go with my first. I'm gonna say 360.
Yeah. And your reasoning behind that?
My reasoning behind that is it's a callback, right?
Yep.
It's a callback, and he kept that original toy.
Yep.
And he went back and seeked that issue again, and it's a really well composed shot.
Yeah. What did I say after we showed him off? You remember what I said?
No.
About it?
A lot of things you say, just one ear out the other.
Damn, come on, man. Does anybody in the chat remember what I said?
We'll see.
About the Silver Surfer submission.
The Silver Age run. It's a good run.
Before that, and it wasn't about me collecting the run. It was about his submission. I don't know if anybody was listening to me.
Yeah, probably not.
Whatever.
You're gonna have to tell.
I said this has everything that we look for.
Yeah, yes, you did say that.
Yep.
And that's why it's got a great story, well composed.
Yep.
And it's a special book, right? Yep. So we got to go 360.
Yep.
360. Congratulations, you are moving on to the next round, the semifinals. Well done, everybody else, and we'll have Fresh from the Comic Shop again next week. Great submissions. Keep sending it in. Before we go, though, everybody, you need a little refresher as to how to enter into Fresh from the Comic Shop. What do you got, Chris?
Give me all your money. We're changing the rules. That's all you need to do. All right. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. As you know, as you most of you know, if you don't know, you're going to know. Check that link down below to the Whatnot app. Click it, download it, sign up. Really easy to sign up. Once you do so, follow us at Comic Book Canon on the Whatnot app. Once you do that, you enter your submissions like you normally do every single week. Go to Instagram, take your shot, post it with the hashtag FFTCS. Also, don't forget to @ us at Comic Book Canon. And again, the criteria, you want to have a very good presentation, do a solid shot and a solid setup. You want to be unique, whether the book itself is unique or you have a unique story about it or behind it. And of course, telling that story, sentimental value of the uniqueness of how you got your hands on the comic book. All of these things put together is going to give you a possible chance to move on to a final round. And
there you have it. Moving on for Fresh from the Comic Shop. Chris, I have a question about what's playing. Somebody took a guess, another guess here, Chris. They want to know if this is Mr. Brooks. Is that Mr. Brooks playing behind you? No, I'll give you another little peek. Man, if that doesn't give it away, I honestly don't know what will. I mean, guys, come on, figure it out. Figure it out. There. All right, Chris. Now, we really enjoy having people a part of the show, the guests. It really kind of opens it up. I feel like right now, Chris and I are doing these segments really quick, but we appreciate you being here, and we're still having a great time with you guys. So this is just me saying I'm going to open up another beer and hang out a little bit longer. Right, Chris?
Awesome. I'm going to grab my water and hydrate.
Yeah, just do it. I mean, let's cheers. In the Guinness glass. That's right. Tommy, April, you guys still doing fireballs tonight? Let us know. Because inquiring minds do want to know. All right. Moving on. This is another great segment we do each and every week, guys. Each and every week. Chris, I'll tell you what it is. It is the top 10 hottest comics of the week based off of cover prices data. That's right, data. Not speculation, not throwing shit into the air, not saying, you know what, we have the exclusive here. This is happening because our sources tell us. No, it's not that. It's actual data, sales data. Cover Price doesn't sponsor us, but we follow them kind of like a stock index, like a tool that follows the stock market. They release a list of the 10 top hottest comics of the week. On Monday, our show is live on a Friday. What we do is we take that list, we'll go through it briefly, and then Chris will get into his 3 most interesting books of the week. And they could be interesting for many reasons. Good reasons, not so good reasons. Is that right, Chris?
Tell me about it, because we might be talking about some of those tonight.
Yeah, Chris, are you going to get into some not so good reasons?
Guys, I have a lot to get off my chest tonight.
He does indeed. Y'all love the Journo's rant. You all love it, as do I. So let's just get right into it. So we're going to get right into the top 10 hottest comics of the week. At number 10, we were talking about this. I cannot remember who sent that in, but it was Hood.
Yep.
Was it Hood Rat Comics. Yeah. Number 10, we got Philadelphia. Number 12, that McFarlane cover. Number 9, Son of Kal-El. Number 2, the Inyuk Lee variant. Number 8, we have Captain Marvel 27, the first full appearance of Eros. At number 7, we have She-Hulk. Number 6. At number 6, we have Superman, Son of Kal-El. Number 1. At number 5, we have Gun Honey. Number 1, the second print. I do believe, yes, the second print right there. Number 4, Chris, what is it?
The greatest book of all time.
Of all time, Warlock and the Infinity Watch. Number 1. Number 3, we have Superman, Son of Kal-El. Number 2, at number 2, we have Avengers 232, the first appearance of Eros as Star Fox. And at number 1, people, nobody would have put money down on this. Nobody at all. Maybe Chris, would you have?
A dirty, rusty penny.
It's World War Hulk. Number 1, Chris. Quite the interesting list this week. Am I right?
Quite interesting, that, guys. You know, I'm going to go 2 ways on this. I can either just crap out right now and just go take a nap, or I could get really animated and into this. So you guys pick. I
got money down on animated. So let's just get into it.
Either or, because there is no in between with this. So
let's just get into it. Your first most interesting pick of the week.
Okay. So my number 3 is basically everything Jonathan Kent. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, maybe just about 60 seconds. Here's the thing, folks. I talked about Jonathan Kent last week, and I talked about it specifically because we have a lot of people out there, especially people on the YouTube platform and in the community that just talk about these things that they do with comic books these days don't sell comics. And boy, these books were selling like hotcakes. And what did I say last week? I don't care what their value is 6 months from now or 6 years from now. I don't care. DC is doing what it's supposed to be doing on the primary market, and it's selling out of its books, and it's selling out so much that they're going to second prints. And what happened? All 3 of these books, the same 3, both number 2s, cover A in the variant, and number 1, back on top of the top 10 this week again. Because guess what? These books are still selling. End of story, period. Let's move on.
Time out. Before we do, I also want to say, I've read the first 2 issues. It's a really good story. Tom Taylor is doing a great job with Superman, Son of Kal-El, and Nightwing. I just want to let everybody know that it's a really good story.
And with that being said, Jeff, there's so many people always, they made a character's bisexual or, something that's different than the stereotypical. Well, that's lazy writing. They don't care about good storytelling. This goes to show you folks, good writing is good writing. Bad writing is bad writing. It doesn't matter if the character is white, black, Christian, Muslim, gay, trans, straight. It doesn't matter if they're alien, human, animal. If it's good storytelling, it's good storytelling. If it's good writing, it's good writing. And you have that here.
100%. I do have some breaking news. Some breaking news. Mark Lineker said a long time ago it's Man of Steel. You are correct, Mark Lineker. It is Man of Steel. There's Lois Lane right there. Good job, everybody. You win, Mark Lineker. You're going to win this prize that doesn't exist. So congratulations on that. All right, moving on, Chris. Your second most interesting book off of this list. What is it? Wait a minute. I think it's one you kind of like.
It might be, and I bet the chat can guess what my number 2 book is. Watlock. Warlock in the Infinity Watch, guys. Look, I picked this book not because I love the book so much, but because, Jeff, what did you ask me at the end of the top 10 last week?
I think if he would be in the top 10 this week.
Because how many Warlock books did we have last week? We had 3, right?
Yeah.
And remember you asked me.
It was Fantastic Four 66. No, it was Marvel.
Nope, Marvel. You're right. Fantastic Four 66. Then we have Marvel Premiere number 1, and we have this book. And you asked me if I thought any of those Warlock books would be in the top 10 this week, and I said 1. There will be 1. And it is this one. The one, Warlock and the Infinity Watch. Guys, I'm not going to go into numbers or anything like that. It did increase by 163% in sales over the last 7 days. But
it's still rising. It's still rising, Chris, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy. So I'm not going to talk too much about it again. I talked a lot about it last week. And like I said, as somebody that loves this book and as somebody that owns over 20 copies of this book, guys, just I'm being honest with you. Be very careful. Don't go pay $50, $60, $100 for this book like we see happening. Like I said, I think for right now, if you can find a high grade for under $20, it's very low risk, a decent investment for a cool book. But just be careful. I said this, and I'll say it again. This is what I will repeat from what I said last week. Warlock's hot, and we know why. This book is hot because it's one of the cheapest keys out there because he's got all those other keys, Cameo, Cocoon, him, Warlock, all these different things. It's the easiest one for folks to get their hands on. The real intrinsic value in this book is that it is the first appearance of the Infinity Watch. And I do believe that storyline in some form or fashion, we know that MCU doesn't take, carbon copy from the comics, but I do think that there could be an Infinity Watch storyline in the MCU. I think what happened at the end of What If kind of hinted at that. And if that comes to fruition, that can really push this book into a more solid, higher fair market value. So like I said, just don't just ride the hype train, folks. Be very careful. Yeah,
I have somebody's asking this as a serious question. I'm curious. I've never asked you this for as long as I've known you, but I'm definitely curious about this because how many copies? You have about 30 copies of.
I have over 20. I know that for a fact.
Okay. The Comic Criminal. Chris, serious question. Are you going to sell a single copy?
So I said this last week. And I could show you like all my books and we could count them out. I could have literally have, after we did the show last week, I could have posted just one on eBay, a higher grade probably, and sold it for at least $50.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't. And I gave 2 of these books away. One was to Kid Collector because he was a fan of Comic Book Canon and my channel, for a long time. And he helped me out during one of my first live streams. And I sent him a gift package, and he was one of the first ones that knew the inside joke of what that book meant to me. So I sent him one of my beat up copies, right? The other one I gave away was to Cover Junkies, I believe it was, when he bought a book from me and wanted me to throw one in, and it hurt. It hurt so bad. But I did it because he's such a great supporter of the channel. I'm telling you this because of this reason. I don't want to part with my books. I don't. So that's why I'm honest with you guys. I'm not hoarding these books and then talking about it on a hot top 10 to tell you guys to go buy them, to get into that FOMO and go buy them, and for me to then flip them and sell the books that I bought for. Some of them I bought for like $1 or $2, maybe some of them I bought for $4 or $5, and then go sell them for $50, $60, $70 to you guys. I'm not doing that. So to answer the question, I am not selling any of my books as of right now. If I was in desperate need of money, maybe I would sell a copy or two. But they're my books, guys. I own a bunch of them for a reason. And that reason is, one, I do believe in more of a long-term with this book. I believe this is a bit of a upward slope that's going to have downward trajectory, ebb and flow. I do feel that it's bloated by the FOMO right now, but will I sell them in 5 years after we get an Infinity Watch in the MCU, if that happens? I don't even think so then. Most of my collection is going to be here for my kids and their grandkids and so forth.
Well said. Well said indeed. All right. So we're going to move on to your third pick here. Now, before we do, I want everybody, please like and subscribe if you haven't, because this is going to get good. Call your friends who like comic books, who like talking about comic books. Call them now and tell them to join us, because I'm telling you, Chris and I talk. This is a hot button topic for Chris and I, because it really annoys the piss out of us. Yeah. So with that being said, I just did a little preamble. I think it's called a preamble. Am I right, Chris?
Yeah.
We're gonna let you just get into it. Let's go for it. What do you got?
I'm gonna do a preamble of
I got water down. Let me go with you.
All right, guys. Let's get into this, folks. My number one pick on the top 10 list this week was the number one book on the list, World War Hulk, number 1. Now, here's what I can do, folks. I could sit here and say, this book had an increase in sales of 439%. This book is hot, and let me tell you why. And y'all could get all up in your FOMO and in your feelings. You know, you get your, I need that World War Hulk book. I need that World War Hulk.
You sound like Chris Rock in New Jack City right now.
Anybody got them World War Hulk number ones?
Hold on, keep doing what you're doing. Do it again.
Anybody got them World War Hulk number ones? Right. But I'm not going to do that, folks. Here's the problem. We talked about this problem before when we had an issue with the Midnight Suns.
Yep.
Books getting hot. So let me just go straight into this, folks. This book did see a 439% increase in sales. I'm not even going to talk about dollar amount, because it doesn't matter to me right now. And it shouldn't matter to any of you. The reason this book got hot is because of a website. And I'm just going to name them. Geeks Worldwide posted what I call a blog post, because that's what it is, and I'm going to explain that in a minute, on their website, stating that a World War Hulk movie has been two things: that it's an exclusive and that it's been confirmed. I'm going to read what they said. We are going to bring up their website in a moment, but I actually want to read this to you guys first, and then we're going to bring up the website. So just hear me out. And bear with me, guys, because there's crazy grammatical errors in their article. So if it sounds funny, it's not me, it's them.
Say it again. Say it one more time, please.
If it sounds funny, it's not me, it's them.
All right.
All right, listen. Quote, the GGW, that's the Geeks Worldwide, that's the website, has learned that a Hulk movie is on the way and it is currently being called World War Hulk. Yes, we are finally have a new solo Hulk film. So again, if it sounds funny, it's not me.
We finally have
a new solo Hulk film in active development at Marvel Studios, and we were told it is currently slated to start production in late 2022, likely following the events of the upcoming She-Hulk series on Disney+. While She-Hulk plans to further expand on the Hulk mythos and cast of characters via streaming, this movie news might be confusing to some readers due to the rumored status of Hulk's film rights. The reason why Hulk only has one movie so far is because his film rights formerly, keep that in mind, formerly belonged to Universal Pictures. However, okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Folks. Oh my gosh. Let's bring this website up, actually. Let's bring this website up. Okay. Whew. We're going to navigate through this, folks. Because I want you to, before we keep reading, I don't want to join insiders. I want you guys to understand, this is their website right here. And I want you all to know before I go any further, I'm going to talk about the individuals involved in a minute. And from the bottom of my heart, and if they see this and if they watch this, I'm not judging them as human beings. And quite honestly, I'm open to have a conversation with them. So if you guys, GWW, if any of you guys are watching, Matthew, who wrote this article, I will gladly have a respectful, open conversation with you guys. I believe that you probably have good intentions, but what you're doing is wrong. So let me add some context for all the viewers right now. What you see here looks like a solid website, right? I mean, it's got tabs, it's got, pictures with the article. It's got an official website, the gww.com. But here's the problem, and I say this a lot. I said this with the hashtag show. Anybody could go pay $12.99 for a domain name. I could go buy comicbookcanonnews.com right now for $12.
I own that already. Sorry, bud.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
All right. And then I could go to like Wix, or what's the other one called? Wiggly. I don't even know anymore. There's so much of them out there. You could go to these website builders where it's drag and click. I come from the days of learning HTML and CSS coding. All right. I'm old. I know. Now, all it is drag and click. You could go pay $4.99, $9.99 a month for a Wix subscription, and you could build and create a website that looks just like this. And what you do is you basically have a blog through your provider, your Wix.com or whatever service you're using, and you create your articles via blog posts, and it produces onto the website as if it was an actual news article. This guy that wrote this article, Matthew Ribeiro, he's a kid. And look, folks, I'm not hating on the age. He's 18 years old. You go check out his Twitter. He's an 18-year-old kid, and his profile picture is a fuzzy picture of his face behind a phone taking a bathroom selfie. This is who we're getting our news from. Now, hold your thought there, because we're getting somewhere. I'm going to explain what it means. Like, this is where we're getting our news from. I'm going to explain why it's just so mind-boggling in a moment. So I was reading what they were saying here, but I wanted to stop and I wanted to bring this up on screen because they contradict themselves. Because remember at top, they said that they have learned. All right? What's the title say? Slated to begin production. And then what does it say down here? Right here. However, if our source is accurate, which luckily they have been, a new Hulk film means Marvel Disney have regained the rights, and World War Hulk may only be the first in a series of Hulk films. What they're talking about here is their source on Disney now owning the Hulk rights. Okay? First off, who told this 18-year-old kid sitting behind a blurry cell phone bathroom selfie? Who told him? Who told him? It's like the conspiracy theorists, like, you know, who's telling so-and-so on the corner of 23rd? Their sources, again, if I'm a son, if they want to come to me and tell me that I'm wrong, come talk to me. But the only source that has done anything when it comes to Marvel getting the rights back to Hulk were the same type of blogs posted online almost 2 years ago. So is your source Google? Did you Google it? Or did you watch some other YouTube video who just Googles and they don't know how to find credible sources before they go make a YouTube video or post a blog on your Wix.com website?
I need to interject too.
Yes.
Because if Marvel did reacquire the rights, they wouldn't do it under the radar. And this would be picked up by every trade out there. We're talking The Hollywood Reporter. We're talking Variety. We're talking Deadline, all of those places. Before any blog got any wind of this.
Absolutely.
So right now, Universal still has the rights.
Yep, they do.
To distribute this film. Whatever film the Hulk is in solo.
They do. And executives at Marvel Studio were just talking about this not too long ago, talking about the fact that Universal still has the rights to Hulk. Let's move on, folks. So, and you can see here, however, according to a rumor from early 2020, Hulk's rights have been reverted back to Marvel Studios.
According to a rumor.
Yeah, so now, way down here, they are saying it's a rumor. Marvel Studios is now allowed to develop. So here's the thing. They're basically telling you one thing, and then now telling you another by saying it's a rumor. But look at this. This is where it becomes problematic. What we know so far. While do not know, again, grammar, that's another thing. And folks, take notes. If it's a credible source, and I'm not saying that, you know, editorials are 100% accurate all the time, but they are close to it. These types of grammatical errors are a no-no. Okay? You're not going to see this in credible sources. While we, I'm assuming they meant to say, do not know much about the movie, we can confirm that it will likely start production. First off, confirming and then saying likely is a bit of a conundrum, but they're confirming that it's likely to start production later in 2022. As for when it'll come out based on production dates, my guess. Are you confirming? Are you guessing? What is the case? Here's the thing. You can't confirm anything because you just said up here that according to a rumor, you don't even know if Marvel Studios has the rights yet. So how can you confirm that this movie is happening when you don't know if they own the rights? Ooh. You're not confirming anything. Anything. First off, this is how it usually goes. When a solo film is slated, they usually don't know the name of it. Remember how long we waited for freaking Endgame? Just like the Sony Spider-Woman project. There's no name for it. We learn about projects. Solo Nova movie in development. Solo She-Hulk show in development. You know, those usually come later. You don't even know that Marvel owns the rights to this character, but yet you're saying that a movie is confirmed and you know the name. I'm going to bring this up too, folks. We're going to go to another article because it just shows the negligence going on here. The negligence. Exclusive. Look at this. Exclusive. Thunderbolts movie and more to start production in 2023. Exclusive. First off, it's not an exclusive. Jeff, you want to tell them why?
If it was an exclusive is when a publication has an exclusive, they have sources on record telling them because they want that publication to get it out first.
Yep. Give us an example. Give us an example.
An example is Deadline. Deadline has a huge megaphone. These guys don't even have a paper cup to scream out of.
So
you know what I mean?
So basically your executives of a studio would go to Deadline to break the news.
Yeah, that's what an exclusive is. That's what the problem we've been having is people are throwing around exclusive too much. They could say our sources are telling us, but you can't say exclusive.
So, and here, look at this, guys. The speculation is over. After months of speculation and teases from Marvel Studios, we can exclusively confirm. There's those two words. We can exclusively confirm with you that Marvel Studios is producing a Thunderbirds movie adaptation of the comics with production slated to begin in 2023. That's a double whammy. Exclusive and confirmed back to back, right on top of each other. Double whammy. Our source has told us 2023 will begin a slew of long-awaited projects. Okay.
Time out. Steve Bradley has something to say here. I can actually confirm with no doubt that due to a possible rumor that it could be reasonable to consider if we find out more, we will update all of you or some of you also ASAP, probably. Steve Bradley, you are that. Wow, that is amazing.
So,
sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing. I think this is how people like this think that it's okay to operate like this and how they get leeway. Okay. Because we could sit here. Now, the World War Hulk thing is so far out there. Thunderbolts. Any of us that watch Marvel movies and the TV shows can sit and put the pieces together, folks. We could sit here and say Nova's coming. It's pretty obvious. I mean, we got confirmation now, though. But we could sit here and say, well, it looks like a Thunderbolts movie or a TV show is probably going to happen because we're seeing the pieces set up. So I can't come out and say it's been confirmed, though, just because we can assume it. So it's like when these kids and people like this create websites, the hashtag show, GWW, all they're doing is the same thing as you and I. They're watching YouTube. They're reading articles, much of which are as much BS as their own articles. And they're using clickbait and trigger words like exclusive and confirm and breaking and all these things as ways to say, well, guess what? We are educated in the books and the movies. We can see what's happening. So maybe 8 out of 10 times, or even 5 out of 10, even if we get it right 5 out of 10 times, it's going to seem like we know something. Anybody can do this. And I'm not encouraging you guys to do this. Anybody could go pay $12 to get a website, go build it with Wix. And if you pay attention to the movies and the TV shows, you could put a news article, pull some fancy pictures and say, confirmed. I could sit here right now and say, Warlock and the Infinity Watch spinoff confirmed. I could sit here and say, Quasar confirmed for the MCU. I could sit here and say Midnight Suns confirmed for the MCU. Thunderbolts. What's his name? Lieutenant Roth will be Red Hulk.
I'm looking right now, guy. By the way, the hashtag show Venom spinoff film featuring Agent Venom in development. The hashtag show can exclusively reveal Agent Venom spinoff is in development.
What my point here of everything that I just said is, I could say all of those things, and if just a couple of them come true, you all are going to cling to it.
You're throwing shit to the wall.
Exactly. So, okay, we're getting to a much. I'm going to close in a moment here, folks. But we're gonna bring Jeff. Can we bring the website up real quick once again, because I wanna go to the About Us, and I just want to look at this for a minute. Let's just read this, folks. Founded by a few friends, GWW, also known as Geeks Worldwide, began with video game podcasts and websites with a need to share their passion. In the following years, through fan interaction and participation, we are now a much larger and more eclectic group of men and women. They're practically kids from all over the world. Guys.
Chris, can I ask you something before you go for it? Who the fuck from any studio or anybody on the inside would go to these guys with information? Can you answer me that, please?
I can't.
Honestly, with a website like that, with the grammatical errors that they have, and the bullshit that they spew, and they are right now they are representing the larger problem that we've talked about many, many times on this show. It's nothing personal, except for the fact you're going about things wrong.
Yep, exactly.
It's not journalism. It's not journalism.
And that's the thing that I said. Who told them? How is the 18-year-old that's sitting there? This is his website.
I mean, I don't care how old the person is. If the credible people are going to go to him. There's no credibility here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And here's the thing, folks. This is where it becomes even more problematic. If you go Google World War Hulk film, you have YouTubers like the Cosmic Wonder, who has almost 1 million views. And they're part of the problem too. And they all feed each other. They feed these young kids that want to start a website and do these things. Everything Always has almost 1 million subscribers. They do these videos, and if you watch their videos, it's so convincing. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Everything Always, and today we're talking about exclusive breaking news. And then who do they credit? Who do they cite? The GWW.com. So here's the thing. Because remember, with the same thing with the hashtag show, no following on any of their platforms, no clicks or comments on any of their platforms, no hits on their website. But yet these huge YouTubers with 1 million followings, they get 200,000 views on their video, are citing these websites. Nobody even needs to know about GWW.com. You're watching the YouTube video of a big YouTuber. And when they do their video and they drop the exclusive, and we can confirm from a report from GWW.com, you hear it, watching it, and you're not even second guessing. You're not even second guessing what that website is or anything, because you're hearing it and you're taking in as it's an official confirmation or an exclusive announcement, and it is not. And another thing that makes this whole thing problematic is that Marvel already unleashed their 2022 slate and production slate. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Guys, look. Like I said. And I wanted to quote the Cosmic Wonder too. This is what the Cosmic Wonder said, verbatim, in his video talking about World War Hulk, citing the GWW website. He said, quote, "There's big credibility here because they have been right before." Wow. And what did I tell you? I could throw so much crap at the wall, and if one thing sticks, then I'm going to have the Cosmic Wonder with his millions of followers and his 200,000 views make a video and say, well, there's big credibility here because he was right before. I could say that tomorrow monkeys are going to fly out of my ass, and because I was right about Warlock and the Infinity Watch, the Cosmic Wonder is going to say, guys, you better invest in monkeys flying out of asses because he was right before.
Now, I've seen them fly out of your ass before. That was quite surprising.
Yeah, right? Folks, don't feed into this stuff. Please. It doesn't mean, just like what we did with the hashtag show in the Midnight Suns, it doesn't mean the Midnight Suns isn't going to happen. It most likely will because, duh, McFly, we're fans and we're seeing what's happening. You should have already been investing in Midnight Sun stuff if you've seen the dark horror genre Marvel coming without a fake blog site saying that something's confirmed and exclusive when it's not. You should be investing in Thunderbolt stuff before there's a confirmation because it's already being set up and as fans, hello, McFly, we can see it happening. War Hulk, though, that's kind of, that's just out of left field. If that happens, it's going to have to consist with Disney and Marvel getting back the rights to Hulk. But, you know, the bottom line, folks, is this. I don't want to hate on anyone, especially young kids that want to get into this hobby and get into this industry. And, hey, look, I mean, they took initiative to create a website and they put work into it. Obviously, there's work that's involved in that. And I don't want
to say something. They've been part of Twitter since 2010. So I don't know. I'm just saying they've been around since 2010. So I don't know how young they are, really.
Yeah, I don't know if the few other friends, like they said, I don't know if they're older, but that author of those two articles, if you go to his Twitter, it does say that he's 18. Looks as such. Yeah, I mean, age really doesn't matter. You know, it's just I'm just making a point. It's like how random these people are. These people are random. You and me's. They're random people. I mean, not even you and me's because at least we have a platform. But they're random people. And I don't want to discredit their involvement in the community and them having a passion for the community and for comic books and for movies. I don't want to discredit that whatsoever. I don't want to come off as a bully and as an antagonistic cynic. I don't. But there's a way to go about it. There's a way to go about it, and this is not it. And this 438% increase in sales of this book, and I don't know what the price is doing, and I'm not talking about the price because I'm not even throwing it out there. But man, what did I say about me? I did a live stream recently where it's like, I don't even want to tell people what to buy. I don't make videos saying, buy this comic now. I don't do that. Because what if I'm wrong? This is bad because there is no exclusive. There was no confirmation. And to be quite honest, I don't even know where the rumors are. There's no rumors out there. Who's talking rumors except for them? So it doesn't matter if a World War Hulk movie might happen sometime in the future. All of this information that this website is perpetuating is wrong. Period.
So you're saying it was a bad idea I bought 20 copies of World War Hulk #1 for $5,000?
Do you regret it? If you don't regret it, then hey, to each their own. But
no, that's fair. Yeah, again, guys, like literally, just do your research. Simple Google can show you if something big like this is happening. The trades are picking it up. There are things that do originate in certain terms of news stories from smaller blogs, what have you, and then the trades pick it up. But majority of the time, exclusives are going to these blogs. Exclusives are going to the next tier below, which is still a pretty big tier like comicbook.com. They get exclusives as well. Nobody's going to go to GWW to give them this exclusive. Like, honestly, like, it could be written differently to be like, hey, I have sources on the inside that say this. You can't confirm this shit. You can't say it's an exclusive because there's nobody on record saying anything. Chris and I, we picked this up we talk about this too much.
Yep.
And there are a lot of people out there that want to buy into this. They want to believe this. And we get a little bit of flack being like, yo, they don't want to name their sources. They could say it's exclusive. No, you can't do that. That's not how it works. So anyways, it's really frustrating because it affects markets like this. And people who do watch the markets be like, oh, look at World War Hulk. I better jump on that. And it fucks you over. Like the person who's buying this book thinking that they're going to get an investment in this because something is confirmed and it's definitely coming.
Yep.
It's not how it works. And it's a damn shame. So.
Absolutely. And I just want to say one more time, the best rumor mill is your own research. And what I mean by that is, again, kind of to what some of the things I already said. If these are just young kids or anybody that just decided to start a blog website, they have the same, I guarantee you guys, they have the same access to rumors as you do. The best rumor mill is your own research and making sure that if you're a fan of the movies and a fan of the show and you want to speculate on books to invest in before announcements happen, you can do your own research, and a good percentage of the time you'll probably be right. Because guess what? Especially with the success of the MCU right now, if it's in a Marvel comic, it's probably going to be in the MCU. With all the stuff they have, it might be 20 years down the road still, because I do believe the MCU is going to probably outlast us. Who knows? But if it's in a Marvel comic, it might just happen. And just don't listen to the next person online going and pulling stuff and saying confirmed, exclusive, whatever. Be smart.
Yeah, right there, that ends the top 10 hottest comics of the week. It is a hot comic, but guys, Chris and I are advising you not to buy into the hype 100%. By the way, Mark Lineker has the best rumors was the Fleetwood Mac album. Oh my gosh. Fleetwood Mac, outstanding album. And they are just a clusterfuck of a band in terms of relationships. So, anyways, all right, Chris, this is it. We're towards the end of the show. If you guys have any questions, and want to talk about any other topics, feel free to bring it up right now. But I just want to say, I hope you guys have a great Halloween weekend. I'm sorry we didn't really kick you off in the right way, like having spooky stuff and Chris and I in costumes. We don't have time. Sorry. And that's our fault. And we let you all down. I don't think we promised them that, though, did we?
Nah. No, I told them I'd turn off the lights, though. And I did.
I got orange lights for Halloween specifically.
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, guys, we appreciate you being here each and every week. We are looking to make some moves here in terms of our 1,000 sub contest. We're at 877 last time I checked. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. Because we got some cool stuff like this right here.
This is just one of them.
One of them, like a lot.
Signed by Gleason.
I can't even list off all the stuff that we do have. We have quite a bit of things that we're going to be giving away. What's up?
Yep. So please, folks, really, that we put a lot of work into this, and I know you guys take a lot of your time and effort to be here and be a part of the show, be a part of the community. But, we appreciate, word of mouth, sharing it on your social media pages and everything. We're really trying to get past the hump and get to that 100 subscriber contest. It's just going to allow
1,000.
Oh, did I say 100? Oh my goodness. To get to that 1,000 subscriber mark, because it's going to allow us to keep pushing the show forward, to provide you guys with better shows week to week and so forth. So
yeah, Dan, great friend of the show. He's got quite a few amazing slabs, and he is literally done. He's been like, "Hey, when are we giving away?" I'm like, we haven't even hit 900 yet. Also, I do want to make mention of this. We will probably not have a show on the 12th because that's Disney Investor Day or whatever, their Disney Plus Day, whatever they're calling it. There's going to be major announcements there, so we're going to do our show. Most likely, Chris and I have not talked about this for sure, but it's looking like it will be Sunday the 14th. mark that on your calendar. Sunday the 14th, we're going to try book a special guest that can talk specifically all the goodness that comes out of that Disney Plus day. So again, November the 14th, Sunday. This has been a great show, Chris. Really good show. And I'm glad we got to discuss the World War Hulk situation. And again, it's nothing personal, but it's wrong what GWW is doing. So just leaving it at that. Guys, again, we thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We want to get to 1,000. Tommy and April, we hope you've done many fireball shots. Dan De La Torre, we hope that – I don't think you're going to be watching baseball. You're upset about the Giants still probably. Anyways, we love you all. We love you all. And we hope to see you guys again next week, next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Chris, I'm going to leave you with the final words of the evening. Go for it.
Final words of the evening is I want to give a big happy birthday in heaven to my grandpa who drove tanks on the beaches of Normandy on D-Day. So
props.
Yep. Happy birthday to my Nanu.
Hat tip. All right, everybody, be good to yourself. Be good to others. Have a great week, and we will see you again next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Till then, peace.